Good morning! I'm here at the Bear Lake Trailhead inside the Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, I'm thinking about trying Snowdrift Peak. It's a really long hike, looking at about 8.3 miles out, and when it's all said and done, I think I'm going to be well over a 4,000 foot elevation gain. I'm about 20 minutes into the hike. I just split off onto the Flattop mountain trail. I'm trying to get up there as quickly as possible. I'm not going to do much filming along here. You've seen it before. And I just need to knock these miles out. I got a long way to go. I'm about an hour into the hike. Probably a little over halfway up to Flattop Mountain. But I don't know, guys. This wind is howling. It's really bad up there. I'm hiding behind a rock right now, maybe 1,000 feet under the Flattop summit, and I am getting absolutely plastered by the wind. I'm putting my windbreaker on, I'm busting out the heated gloves, sunglasses because my eyes are tearing up. I mean, this is pretty bad. Made it up to the hitch rack, so I'm almost up to the top of Flattop. In 2 hours and 15 minutes, I'm up here to the summit of Flattop Mountain. And I think that high point way out there is Snowdrift. Holy moly. I should get a nice little section of downhill here in a minute. which is going to be nice heading over there. However, it's going to suck on the way back. And if I sound funny, it's because my mouth is cold. I think these are the Bighorn Flats. And this is pretty easy hiking through here. And the wind has died down a lot. I'm taking my gloves off. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get this peak. I don't know if I'm going to get back, but I'm definitely going to get the peak. And right over there, those two big piles of rocks, that's Knob Top. This trail that I'm on is really nice, so I'm going to stay on it for another couple minutes. I'm basically going to take it behind that big hump, stay flat, come out low on the saddle, and then just take it on up to the summit. This is one of those hikes where having the correct equipment is really paying off. I don't know if I would have made it this far if I hadn't had a nice windbreaker and heated gloves. Right here at this big old cairn is where I'm going to split off and try and skirt my way around the north side of that hump. I'm coming around the back side of that big rocky hill, and it looks like I could have stayed on the trail a little longer, made this a little easier. However, I'm not in bad shape. Doing this big down and up section, and this is the part that's gonna suck on the way back. I mean, I've been pretty much coming down the whole time since Flattop, but this part right here is really steep. I still gotta drop it down a couple hundred more feet and then hike all the way back up to the top. Yeah, this part is really steep actually. I'm having to kind of cut it across. It's a little too steep to go straight down. I'm about a mile away from the summit, and I am pretty scared right now. I am so far out. There are no people out here. I just popped over the hill, and look at this down and up that I have left still. That's atrocious. Holy moly. This is hard. Finally made it down to the saddle, and oh my goodness, this is way down. And now I gotta hike straight back up to the summit of Snowdrift Peak. It's 10 after 10 right now, which means that I'm exactly 4 hours into this hike. So actually I'm doing really good on time. I thought this was going to take around 5.5. These rocks are all covered with that lichen that I'm liking. And not too much further now, probably less than a half a mile. Here's a look up at the next section. Looks like I got 2 left. And then this first thing, I'm gonna head up here, kind of stay around the bump and go up. And that's what I got left. Probably a little over 3/10 of a mile, and maybe 400 more vertical feet. I'm gonna get that. This is slow moving, but I'm getting up there. I've got about 2/10 of a mile left. Alright guys, and in 4 hours and 45 minutes, I'm up here to the summit of Snowdrift Peak. And I'm not seeing the snowdrift. Finally getting to sit down up here. And to my amazement, there's like no wind. That's crazy. And that's looking back at where I have come from. That big thing sticking up out there, that's Pallet Peak. And then the flat right next to it is Flattop Mountain. Yeah, it looks like we got a register up here. There's about 3 registers in there. I signed 2 of them. One of them goes all the way back to 1991. Holy moly, I was like in 7th grade back then. I've only been sitting up here for about 35 minutes or so. However, it's 11:30. I've got probably a 4-hour hike back, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. Lots of PLLs out here. Pretty little lakes. I'm not even sure what those are called, or if they even have a name. I'm continuing to make my way down to the saddle, and then I'm gonna have uphill for like 2.5 miles. On the way up, I came down kind of up close over there to that hill, and that was real steep. However, on the way back, I'm going to keep it as flat as I can and then wing it around over there. Swinging it way out to the north was the way to go. I was picking up cairns, and that trail is actually less than 1/10 of a mile in front of me. It's literally right there at the top of the hill. And in 2 hours even, I made it back over to Flattop Mountain. And I'm gonna hang it to the left and take it down another 4.4 miles to the trailhead. And honestly, the hike back from Snowdrift Peak to Flattop Mountain wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It had two rough sections. The first pitch when you're coming out of the saddle, that's pretty steep. And then the last pitch right before you hit the trail. But once you hit that trail, it's pretty nice. That's the beautiful blue sky that the weather said we were going to get. However, we didn't. I'm glad we're getting a little bit right now though. I mean, that is amazing. It's just before 3:30, which means that took about 4 hours total to get down from the summit of Snowdrift Peak. Looking at 16.6 miles and over a 4,000 foot elevation gain. Well, I hope you enjoyed that hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace. Looks like we got an elk standing right in the middle of the street. He's like, "You shall not pass."